Welcome to Legend Voice, where history comes alive through the stories of the world's greatest empires, legendary rulers, and unforgettable battles. Today, we journey through more than 600 years of history to uncover the incredible rise, golden age, and dramatic fall of the Ottoman Empire, Saltanat-e-Usmaniya. From a small frontier principality to one of the most powerful empires ever known, this is the extraordinary story of the Ottoman Empire. The rise of the Ottoman Empire, 1299 1453. Opening hook. Imagine an empire that ruled across 3 continents, commanded the world's most feared armies, controlled vital trade routes between East and West, and left behind breathtaking architecture that still inspires millions today. For more than 6 centuries, the Ottoman Empire shaped the course of world history. It witnessed the fall of ancient empires, challenged Europe's greatest kingdoms, protected Islam's holiest cities, and transformed Constantinople into the magnificent city of Istanbul. But every great empire has a beginning. The Ottoman story did not start in a grand palace or a wealthy capital. It began on the rugged frontiers of northwestern Anatolia with a determined warrior named Osman I. A world in chaos. The late 13th century was a time of uncertainty. The mighty Seljuk Sultanate of Rum had weakened after the Mongol invasions. Across Anatolia, many small Turkish principalities, known as beyliks, competed for land and influence. At the same time, the once powerful Byzantine Empire was losing control of its territories in Asia Minor. This political fragmentation created opportunities for ambitious leaders. One such leader was Osman Bey, the son of Ertuğrul Gazi, who inherited a small frontier territory near Soy around 1281. Though his lands were modest, Osman possessed remarkable leadership, military skill, and a vision that would change history. The birth of a new empire. In 1299, Osman declared his independence from the declining Seljuk authority. Historians generally recognize this year as the official beginning of the Ottoman Empire. Osman united Turkish warriors, frontier tribes, and volunteers who sought both opportunity and purpose. Through strategic alliances, disciplined leadership, and successful campaigns against nearby Byzantine fortresses, he steadily expanded his influence. His followers became known as the Ottomans. Enjoying this journey through history? Subscribe to Legend Voice and turn on notifications so you never miss our documentaries on legendary empires, iconic rulers, and the battles that changed the world. Named after Osman himself. Early victories. Osman's forces relied on speed, mobility, and surprise. Instead of attacking heavily fortified cities immediately, they secured surrounding villages, disrupted supply lines, and gradually isolated enemy strongholds. One of his greatest successes came with the Battle of Baphius in 1302, where Ottoman forces defeated a Byzantine army, establishing themselves as a rising regional power. These victories attracted more soldiers, scholars, craftsmen, and families to Osman's growing state. Orhan Gazi expands the state. After Osman's death around 1324, leadership passed to his son Orhan Gazi. Orhan transformed his father's principality into a structured state. He established administrative institutions, organized taxation, introduced the first Ottoman silver coins, strengthened military organization, and encouraged commerce. In 1326, Ottoman forces captured Bursa, which became the empire's first major capital. Bursa quickly developed into a thriving center of trade, learning, and Islamic culture. Its mosques, markets, and public buildings reflected the growing confidence of the young Ottoman state. Crossing into Europe, the Ottomans soon looked westward. In 1354, a devastating earthquake damaged the Byzantine fortress of Gallipoli. Ottoman forces quickly occupied the city, gaining their first permanent foothold in Europe. This seemingly small victory marked a turning point in world history. From Gallipoli, Ottoman armies expanded deeper into the Balkans, bringing many regions under their influence through both diplomacy and military campaigns. Murad I and the Balkans. Under Sultan Murad I, Ottoman expansion accelerated. He reorganized the army and laid the foundations for the elite Janissary Corps, one of history's most disciplined military forces. In 1361, the Ottomans captured Edirne, making it the new capital. Murad strengthened the empire's administration while continuing campaigns across southeastern Europe. One of the most significant events of his reign was the Battle of Kosovo in 1389. Although Murad was killed shortly after the battle, The Ottoman victory firmly established Ottoman influence across much of the Balkans. The conquest of Constantinople and the Golden Age 1453–1566. The rise of Mehmed II. After decades of expansion across Anatolia and the Balkans, a young ruler took the Ottoman throne with an extraordinary ambition. His name was Sultan Mehmed II, remembered by history as Mehmed the Conqueror. Ascending the throne in 1451 at just 19 years old, Mehmed believed the time had finally come to capture Constantinople, the legendary capital of the Byzantine Empire. For centuries, Muslim rulers had attempted to conquer the city, but its towering walls and strategic location had kept it secure. Mehmed began preparing with unmatched determination. He expanded the Ottoman navy, strengthened his army, and ordered the construction of the powerful Rumeli fortress on the Bosphorus, cutting off aid to the city from the Black Sea. The fall of Constantinople, 1453. On the 6th of April 1453, the Ottoman army surrounded Constantinople. Nearly 80,000 to 100,000 Ottoman soldiers faced a much smaller Byzantine force, defending one of the strongest cities in the world. Which Ottoman Sultan do you admire the most, Osman I, Mehmed II, or Suleiman the Magnificent? Share your answer in the comments, and don't forget to like this video if you're enjoying the story. One of Mehmed's greatest advantages was his use of massive cannons designed by the engineer Urban. These enormous weapons pounded the ancient Theodosian walls for weeks. In one of history's most brilliant military maneuvers, Mehmed ordered dozens of Ottoman ships to be transported over greased wooden logs across land and launched into the Golden Horn, bypassing the massive defensive chain that protected the harbor. On the 29th of May 1453, after nearly 2 months of fierce fighting, Ottoman forces breached the city's defenses. Constantinople had fallen. The Byzantine Empire, which had survived for over 1,000 years, came to an end. Mehmed entered the city respectfully and declared it the new capital of the Ottoman Empire. It would soon become known as Istanbul, one of the world's greatest cities. Transforming a world capital, rather than allowing the city to decline, Mehmed II invested heavily in rebuilding it. He restored markets, repaired roads, encouraged merchants, welcomed scholars, and invited people from different regions and faiths to settle in the city. Magnificent palaces, mosques, libraries, schools, and public buildings transformed Istanbul into the political, cultural, and economic heart of the empire. The famous Topkapi Palace became the residence of Ottoman sultans and the center of imperial administration for centuries. Selim I, the expansion continues. Following Mehmed's successors, Sultan Selim I, also known as Selim the Grim, dramatically expanded Ottoman territory. In 1514, he defeated the Safavid Empire at the Battle of Chaldiran, strengthening Ottoman influence in eastern Anatolia. Between 1516 and 1517, Selim conquered Syria, Palestine, Egypt, and the Hijaz. These victories brought the holy cities of Mecca and Medina under Ottoman protection, making the Ottoman sultans recognized leaders of much of the Muslim world. Control of Egypt also gave the empire command over vital trade routes connecting Asia, Africa, and Europe. The Golden Age of Suleiman the Magnificent. In 1520, Sultan Suleiman I became ruler of the Ottoman Empire. His reign is widely regarded as the empire's golden age. Suleiman was not only a brilliant military commander but also an accomplished lawmaker, poet, and patron of the arts. His legal reforms earned him the title the lawgiver in many parts of the Islamic world. Under his leadership, the empire reached its greatest territorial extent. Ottoman armies captured Belgrade, defeated Hungary at the Battle of Mohawk. The story of the Ottoman Empire is just getting started. Subscribe to Legend Voice and turn on notifications to explore more legendary civilizations, iconic leaders, and world-changing events. 1526 and laid siege to Vienna in 1529, bringing Ottoman power to the very gates of Central Europe. Meanwhile, the Ottoman navy under the legendary Admiral Barbarossa Hayreddin Pasha dominated much of the Mediterranean Sea, securing trade routes and protecting Ottoman interests. A flourishing civilization. Military victories were only one part of Ottoman greatness. During Suleiman's reign, architecture, science, literature, trade, and education flourished. The master architect Mimar Sinan designed hundreds of magnificent structures, including grand mosques, bridges, schools, and hospitals. The empire became home to thriving markets where merchants traded silk, spices, ceramics, textiles, precious metals, and countless other goods from across 3 continents. People of different cultures and religions lived under Ottoman administration, contributing to one of the most diverse empires in history. Decline: World War I and the fall of the Ottoman Empire, 1566–1922. The beginning of decline: following the death of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent in 1566, which achievement impressed you the most, the conquest of Constantinople, Suleiman's golden age, or the Ottoman architectural masterpieces? Tell us in the comments. And if you're enjoying this documentary, like the video to support Legend Voice. The Ottoman Empire remained one of the world's greatest powers. However, maintaining control over such a vast territory became increasingly difficult. Some later sultans lacked the leadership of their predecessors, while corruption grew within parts of the administration. The once elite Janissary Corps gradually lost discipline and resisted military reforms. At the same time, European nations were advancing rapidly in science, technology, naval power, and industry, creating new challenges for the empire. Military setbacks: during the late 16th and 17th centuries, the Ottomans faced stronger European coalitions. One of the most significant turning points came during the Battle of Vienna in 1683. After a long siege, the Ottoman army was forced to retreat, marking the end of its expansion into Central Europe. The defeat was followed by the Treaty of Karlowitz, 1699, where the empire surrendered large territories in Europe for the first time. It signaled a major shift in the balance of power. Reforms to save the empire. Despite growing challenges, many Ottoman leaders worked to modernize the state. During the Tanzimat era, 1839–1876, important reforms introduced new legal systems, improved education, modernized the army, expanded transportation, and reorganized government administration. Railways, telegraph lines, and modern schools began connecting distant parts of the empire. Although these reforms strengthened certain institutions, they could not fully stop the rise of nationalism or increasing foreign pressure. Sultan Abdul Hamid II. In 1876, Sultan Abdul Hamid II ascended the throne during one of the most difficult periods in Ottoman history. He invested in railways, communication networks, education, and major infrastructure projects, including the famous Hejaz Railway, which connected Damascus toward Medina and made travel for pilgrims easier. At the same time, the empire faced growing political unrest, economic difficulties, and pressure from European powers. In 1909, following the Young Turk Revolution, Abdul Hamid II was removed from the throne.
The Balkan Wars. Between 1912 and 1913, the Ottoman Empire fought the Balkan Wars against a coalition of neighboring states. The empire lost nearly all of its remaining European territories and millions of people were displaced. These defeats.
If you're enjoying this journey through history, subscribe to Legend Voice and turn on notifications for more documentaries about legendary empires, great rulers, and world-changing events.
Weakened the Ottoman military and economy, setting the stage for an even greater conflict. World War I. In 1914, the Ottoman Empire entered World War I on the side of the Central Powers alongside Germany and Austria-Hungary. Ottoman soldiers fought on multiple fronts, including Gallipoli, Mesopotamia, Palestine, the Caucasus, and the Arabian Peninsula. One of the empire's greatest military successes came during the Gallipoli campaign 1915–1916, where Ottoman forces successfully defended the Dardanelles against Allied invasion. The campaign also introduced a rising commander who would later change history, Mustafa Kemal, later known as Atatürk. Despite victories like Gallipoli, the empire struggled on other fronts. By 1918, the Central Powers had been defeated, and the Ottoman Empire signed the Armistice of Mudros, ending its participation in the war. The end of an empire. After World War I, Allied forces occupied large parts of the Ottoman Empire. A national independence movement led by Mustafa Kemal emerged in Anatolia. On the 1st of November 1922, the Ottoman Sultanate was officially abolished, ending more than 623 years of Ottoman rule. The last Ottoman Sultan, Mehmed VI, left Istanbul shortly afterward. On the 29th of October 1923, the Republic of Turkey was officially proclaimed, with Mustafa Kemal Atatürk serving as its first president. The legacy of the Ottoman Empire. Although the empire came to an end, its legacy remains visible across Europe, Asia, and Africa. magnificent mosques, bridges, palaces, libraries, and markets. What do you think was the biggest reason for the Ottoman Empire's decline? Military defeats, political challenges, economic pressures, or World War I? Share your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoyed this documentary, like the video to support Legend Voice. Places still stand as symbols of Ottoman achievement. Its influence can be seen in architecture, cuisine, law, language, military organization, trade, and culture. For over 6 centuries, the Ottoman Empire connected civilizations, shaped global history, and left behind a remarkable heritage that continues to inspire historians and travelers around the world. The story of the Ottoman Empire is not only the story of conquest, it is also a story of leadership, innovation, resilience, and transformation. Thank you for watching Legend Voice. We hope you enjoyed this journey through the remarkable history of the Ottoman Empire, from its humble beginnings to its lasting legacy. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. We'll see you in the next episode of Legend Voice, where history comes alive